empowerment on all fronts for women as the world marks 2024 International Women's Day. Akwa Ibom State Government to partner Indonesia in agriculture, aviation, education, technology, and trade. Plus, education stakeholders identify lack of funding, inadequate qualified teachers, and low integration of information technology as issues that challenge basic education in Nigeria. Good evening, my name is Emedi Omo. This broadcast is reaching you live on our social media platforms, Facebook and YouTube. Do well to like our pages. As Akwa Ibom State women join other women the world over to celebrate International Women's Day, emphasis is on advocating for collective effort towards ensuring that gender parity is achieved for national development. Correspondent reports. Women's inclusion in various sectors of the economy have been in the front burner to enable them contribute efficiently to national development. According to some stakeholders, oftentimes women are streamlined on major key decisions that borders on nation building.
Tremendous improvement in women engagement and inclusion in governance. The stage of positive and visible engagement of women.
There's been a lot of progress, despite the fact that we have not yet arrived. I think Nigeria is still lagging behind when it comes to the development of women.
The International Women's Day seeks to extol women's achievements and recognize challenges faced by female gender towards alleviating disparity in the society. With the theme for this year's International Women's Day, Inspire Inclusion, highlights the significance of diversity and empowerment across all sectors of the society.
We are given a chance as women, we will do better. And we can only do better if we are given the chance and the opportunity to do so. There should be no discrimination, given a chance in all facets of life.
If women believe in themselves, to be very sure for them to achieve what they want to achieve is very easy.
Works that are on display actually depicts women's ingenuity and creative valor in a profession that is male domineering. So why do we discriminate against women?
Established on February 28, 1909, the International Women's Day is celebrated on 8th of March every year. In Uyo, if women are empowered on all fronts to stand on their own, a society with little or no rancor is possible. These and more observations from some advocates are coming on the heels of this year's International Women's Day. Utobe Achibo reports.
As the international community is set to mark the 2024 Women's Day, attention of governments at all levels, well-meaning members of the society, non-governmental organizations and other individuals have been drawn on need to invest in women for a progressive society. This day, March 8th, provides an opportunity to highlight the challenges and barriers that women face, including gender-based violence, discrimination, unequal access to education, healthcare and employment opportunities, as well as ways to surmount these challenges.
When you empower a woman, you are far from poverty, because that woman will make the family better from all angles. So government should help the woman to run the home very well, should help the woman to manage the little resources she has been able to acquire by making the economy more presentable, more adaptable.
A woman, irrespective of gender, everybody needs to update themselves, to be educated right from youth. So just like the boy child is going to school, the girl child is also going.
Professor Imabong David, the Dean, Faculty of Education, University of Uyo, believes that women should not completely depend on government or other spouses, but should intentionally work towards personal development and growth to be reckoned with in the society.
Women need to encourage themselves, and collectively women need to love themselves and need to support and invest in themselves. The first investment starts with education. Education is the bedrock for development. And if a woman gets it right at that point and is able to reach a level of self-awareness, to be able to think for herself and choose what she wants to do with her future, it starts from there.
With Inspire Inclusion as theme for 2024 International Women's Day, there is an advocacy to create an inclusive society where women are valued, respected, and empowered to participate fully in all aspects of life. In Uyo, Utebe Achibong, NTA News.
Akwa Ibom State Government has continued to broker partnership with different countries across the globe for enhanced economy of the state. Kelvin Samuel reports that the most recent is a partnership deal with the Republic of Indonesia.
According to the Indonesian ambassador to Nigeria, Usra Hendra, Indonesian government is interested in collaborating with the Akwa Ibom State government, having seen the seriousness the leadership of the state attaches to agriculture, aviation, education, technology, and trade.
A university was created to function in line with the 2028 vision to educate prospective students to master advanced technology in artificial intelligence, with help to achieve smart and precise agriculture production from start to finish while applying innovative smart agricultural production system.
The governor, while assuring of the state government's readiness to welcome multinationals with profitable business interests in the state, says that the partnership will help for knowledge sharing as well as improved economy.
Agriculture actually is on the front burner of our people right now. And we know that, like you also mentioned in your address, Indonesia has done very well in the area of agriculture. So we would like to partner with you, and we have the Honorable Commissioner for Agriculture here, who will ensure that we work as a team to further our partnership. That will also include several other areas of agriculture, fishing, the blue economy, all of the things that will guarantee our food security.
From the government house, Kelvin Samuel, NTA.
We'll take a break now. More stories will come your way. To stay tuned.
One passenger. Big auntie, go enter this bus.
Ha! Oga conductor, this kind cough na serious matter. You suppose go hospital.
Hospital care.
Haba, doctors don talk am say different types of cough dey. Some na dry cough, but this your own na wet cough e be.
Big auntie, na God go bless you. I don tire for this my conductor and him cough wey no gree go. E fit even be tuberculosis.
Conductor, go check am o, make you dey sure, because who no go no.
Check that cough for tuberculosis.
Check am o, make you dey sure.
If cough don't worry you past 2 weeks, if it be tuberculosis, TB test and treatment, na free. Just call the National TB Hotline for 3340 or dial *3340# to get better informate. This message now from the Federal Ministry of Health with support from the American people them.
Welcome to Prisma International Hotels, located at number 5 Efangosanga Street, Afarafort, Overback Road, Uyu. When it comes to hospitality industry, nothing compares with comfort, exquisite services, and top-of-the-world security. These are what make Prisma Hotels a household name. At Prisma Hotels, you are assured of lavishly furnished, spacious rooms and suites with complimentary breakfast, top-class Blue Sea swimming pool, VIP and poolside bars, as well as restaurant where African and continental dishes are saved at pocket-friendly rates. These are not all. There is high-speed internet service, closed-circuit television, spacious car park, 24-hour power and water supply, sparkle laundry and dry cleaning services, and above all, combat-ready security operatives. So whenever you are in Uyo or you are a resident in Uyo, capital city of Akwa Ibom State, make Prisma Hotels number 5 Efangosanga Street, Tafara Fort, off a back road Uyo your choice, and you will cherish the experience. For bookings and inquiries, please call 081-3166-6660 or 0915-509-9989. Prisma International Hotels, hospitality par excellence.
One passenger, big auntie. Come and enter my bus now.
Hey, conductor, this cough is serious. Abeg, you need to go to the hospital.
Hospital?
Doctors say cough symptoms are different in every condition. Some are dry, others are wet, like your own.
God bless you, auntie. I have told this my conductor. The cough has refused to go, and it could be tuberculosis.
Conductor, check am o. Make you dey sure, because who no go, no go, no.
Check that cough for tuberculosis.
If your cough is more than 2 weeks, it could be tuberculosis. TB test and TB treatment are free. Just call the National TB Hotline on 3340 or dial *3340# for more information. This message is brought to you by the Federal Ministry of Health with support from the American people.
You're welcome back now to the rest of our stories. Learning poverty, inadequate number of qualified teachers, as well as low integration of information technology in education are among issues being discussed at a 2-day retreat for the House of Representatives Committee on Basic Education and Services. Clement Barikwi reports that the retreat is organized by the Universal Basic Education Commission.
Seated in this hall are basic education stakeholders from the state and national levels, whose mission at this retreat is to discuss basic education implementation in Nigeria, issues, challenges, and way forward. For the President Bola Tinubu-led administration, basic qualitative and free education is a non-negotiable right of every Nigerian child, which the federal government is pursuing vigorously.
Let us not look at the human capital development and underrate it and put more priority to infrastructure. They are all good. But human resources is the major issue that we need to address if we want to save basic education.
The UBEC Act since 2004 had not been touched. It has been the same law that had and a lot of changes have taken place. And I think there is a need to look at it and see the direction that we really need to go as far as the development of basic education is concerned.
For members of the National Assembly and other stakeholders, there is the need to support the Universal Basic Education Commission through legislative interventions, considering that the Compulsory Free Universal Basic Education Act 2004 and other related matters is no longer reflecting realities on ground.
We are responsible for ensuring that every child has access to quality basic education through proper legislation.
With that, a good foundation is nowhere you can build a better future.
We are here to look at the legislation, that's the act that establishes basic education, to see where the challenges are.
Statistics by the Universal Basic Education Commission shows that within the 2 decades of UBE implementation in the country, the program has recorded increase in the number of basic education schools, which stands at 171,027, while enrollment has also risen to 46 million with 1,686,536 teachers. Stakeholders are optimistic that this will increase once the outcomes of this retreat are implemented. Clement Barikwi, NTA News.
Electricity supply in Akwa Ibom State can only improve if the state government embraces the needed political will and commitment to key into existing legal framework provided by the federal government in the sector. Speaking in Uyo, the state capital, some residents insist that the removal of subsidy on electricity is not the solution to the challenges bedeviling the power sector in the country. Clement Barikwi reports.
Akwa Ibom State, being one of the oil-rich states in the country, boasts of abundant gas for power generation. Effort by the previous administrations in the state to utilize this abundant gas resource to boost electricity supply led to the establishment of the Ibom Power Plant that has been generating about 191 megawatts of electricity into the national grid. Yet, not much is on the ground in terms of steady power supply to residents of the state, a situation that is largely blamed on collapsed infrastructure and inadequate gas supply. Following the liberalization of the power sector through the Electricity Act 2023, the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission approved the application of the state government for the Ibom Utility Company to operate as an independent electricity distribution network.
Generate, distribute. Will they, though the law is there, what about some of those bottlenecks? Would they be able to dismantle some of those things and then unbundle the system so the system can run on its own?
When there is competition, the companies will sit back and they will improve in their services.
Among residents of Uyo, the debate on high tariff and payment for what is not consumed continues.
The current tariff we are paying, I'm talking about the billing system, we are paying in this country as a people, yet we do not even have that light to say yes, we are paying for what we are consuming. Certainly not. And someone is still talking about removing subsidy, if there was.
If you remove the subsidy from the present in the logistics sector, that means Nigeria is back to the experience that we have in the petroleum sector, and it will be disastrous. Let us manage one first.
Please let the federal government not give heed to some of those advice. They are ill advice, just to destabilize the system. So let the system continue on. Let the government continue to pay those small subsidies. After, if you look at even the subsidy we are talking about, there are some people that are paying as much as 40,000 naira a month.
Addressing frequent collapse of the national grid through quality infrastructure, metering and full liberalization, according to the respondents, are among the ways out of the present electricity challenges. Clement Barikui, NTA News.
The late Elder Kubiat Okpongpong has been laid to rest with a charge on Christians to prepare for the day of the Lord. Kelvin Samuel reports that the funeral service was conducted by the Kwaibo Church Idarayup congregation. The report.
The funeral service in honor of the late Elder Kubiat Okpongpong commenced with a line stayed at his country home, where friends, family members, and the church paid their last respect to a man many described as a devout Christian, a sincere and generous man.
He had a very strict upbringing, and he taught us same. If there is anything we are going to miss about him, is his integrity. He had a lot of integrity. He lived the life of Christ. He gave his all to everybody and didn't need to collect anything back.
Some time back, when the church was somehow stranded, he accommodated the church. He offered a place for the church.
Preaching on the theme, Preparing for Your Day, the officiating minister, Reverend Ekwedeme Fanga, admonishes Christians to live a life worthy of emulation, knowing that on the last day they shall stand before God to give account of their stewardship.
Jesus, behold, I come quickly, and my reward would me. So say
Biography of the late Okpongkpong, read by his daughter, and testimonies from friends and family members indicate that Elder Okpongkpong, who started his career in the early 70s at the First Bank of Nigeria and retired as a general manager of Peacock Paints, was a straightforward man who showed love to everyone around him.
The care, the protection that he gave us is what I will miss. The way he pulled us together as a family. He did not allow any disunity to come. Even with the extended family, he was the gum that glued the extended family together.
He was a really caring father. He would always call and check up on me, always want to solve any issues I had. He was a really good father.
His unique ability to taste food that we're cooking in the kitchen and know exactly the amount of ingredients that you put inside the food. He was my tasty tom in the kitchen, so I'm going to miss that. Thank you.
Aged 69, the late Okpongkpong left his wife, children, brother, sister, and other family members to mourn his demise. The funeral service featured choir ministrations, prayers for the bereaved family, and interment. In Uyo, Kevin Samuel, NTA News.
A review of the major stories. Nigerians have advocated empowerment on all fronts for women as the world marks 2024 International Women's Day. Akwa Ibom State Government is to partner Indonesia in agriculture, aviation, education, technology, and trade. You also heard in the news that education stakeholders have identified lack of funding, inadequate qualified teachers, and low integration of information technology as issues that challenge basic education in Nigeria. Thanks for being part of our bulletin tonight. Before we go, remember to be a star. Join NTA's campaign to stand against rape and rapists. Do have a wonderful evening.